March of last year, Nick Borges, the chief of police in Seaside, asked us to come to a presentation that he was hosting, that Denise, Aaron, and Misty were going to speak at it. And I had a chance to meet with them there and then discuss some of the circumstances of the case. And really it was their concerns about that all three of them had, that the case was not fully investigated, that there was a large probability that there were additional crimes that had been committed by Mueller, and they also had a belief or strong suspicion that somebody had participated or assisted him at some point in time during one of the crimes. And based upon that, and based upon the fact that the sexual assaults, the kidnapping took place in Solano County, but the sexual assaults took place here, and the possibility that there was other crimes here that may not have been fully investigated or other participants in it, then we initiated doing a reinvestigation and taking a look at some of those circumstances. And separate from that, about the same time as when Nick sent the first letter to Mueller and then got the response. And then it's kind of been a series of events over, what is it, the last 10 months. So over the last 50 years in the United States, there has been a methodology or a technique, series of techniques that have been used throughout the United States. Probably, I would say 95% of detectives in the United States have been trained on that specific type of technique in some form or another. And the way it works is that a detective is trained to sit down and talk to someone, get a basic, whether they're a witness, a suspect, whoever they are. You initially talk to them, you take a statement from them, and while you're talking to them, you're using these various techniques to determine whether or not they're being truthful. The techniques are essentially, at best, pseudoscience. When researchers have tried to replicate them, they have been unable to do that. And in fact, oftentimes when detectives are trained to do this type of pseudo-scientific truth detection, their success rate at actually determining if someone's being truthful runs at about 54%. So it's about like flipping a coin. It's not very accurate. Nonetheless, the whole fundamental approach to interviewing includes truth detection based on pseudoscience, and then if you believe that the person's not being truthful, then you go into an interrogation process, which I believe to be inherently coercive, psychologically coercive, and can cause things like, here in this case, not believing someone because you believe, Aaron in this case, because based on your training experience, you don't believe that they're being truthful and they're not behaving the way a victim should behave. So that started with Aaron, then it carried over to Denise, and they were being completely truthful. The training was bad. The training that they had, the detectives had, caused them to believe they were not being truthful, and a whole series of events occurred as a result of that.